we get done. I cut the interview pretty short. I knew in about 3 seconds I wasn't going to hire him. We get to the end and I said, so is there anything I should know about you that I didn't ask that would help me decide whether to hire you or not? And he's like, well, yeah, I do impressions. I said, what impression do you do? He's like, hi, I'm Mickey Mouse. And I said, well, that was great. And then he keeps going. This is why he would be great for the job and and I'm like, you realize you're still talking like Mickey Mouse, right? And then he's like, oh, I've got one more. He goes into like Sean Connery. And then the rest of the interview till he walked out, he was still talking like Sean Connery. And I'm like, what happened? I do a lot of videos to help business owners grow their businesses. And one of the things I talk about a lot is hiring. It got us talking about here in our office about all the examples we have of people who've done great interviews and some who've done terrible interviews. So there's kind of a joke around here that I'm sort of the last tough part of the interview, which actually isn't true, but I'm usually the last one to interview. And don't be prepared with the typical questions that you know they're gonna ask with those answers. That's easy, but you should do some research about the company. A couple years ago, I interviewed somebody who walked in for an interview here, and one of the first questions I said is, tell me what you know about our company and me or our company or anything about it. And she said, I literally have no clue. I Googled it before I got here to find the address. Well, what job did you apply for? And she told me which job. It was for our social media and such. I said, so you don't know anything about our company? Nope. That moment those words came out of her mouth, that interview was over for me. If she couldn't take 3 minutes, know at least what the company does when you walk in. Be as personable as you can. It's okay to be relaxed and have a sense of humor because look, the process is grueling for the person who's interviewing. If I've got to interview, say 10 candidates in a week, sometimes I'm listening to stories that aren't that good and that exciting. And I got to sit there for the whole week and listen to those. Like, have a sense of humor with them, with the team, with the staff. You know, have some energy, have some excitement to be part of that. When you come into your job interview, be focused, be ready to give the best and put your best foot forward. If you come in and you are not dressed for the job, if you're not prepared, the next part I want to get to is when you do get a job offer. If that comes and you get that job offer, accept it with grace, be excited about it, share how excited you are. You might need time to think about it, and that's fair and that's fine. But I'll tell you a quick story. A friend of mine offered a job to a young lady, and she said, well, in the time that you had the second or third interview with me, I interviewed another place and they just offered me a job yesterday. I haven't accepted it yet, but they're offering me, $20 an hour. And he was like, oh, okay. And they had offered like $18 an hour. And he said, well, we really want to hire you. So would you accept $22 an hour? She said, okay, I really wanted to work here, and at $22 an hour, that makes it work, etc. And so they got exchange information, starting date, all that stuff. And she goes out in the car and he's still filling stuff out and takes it to his assistant, says, enter this in. And his assistant says, hey, is this the girl? And this girl you just interviewed? He said, yeah, that's her. So, well, while you were in an interview, I was looking her up on social media, and she literally just posted with a picture in the car in the parking lot and said, hey, I just got my dream job, told them that I got an offer somewhere else, which I didn't have, and that worked, and I got $2 an hour more. How stupid could you be? Like, I'm not going to ever look at your social media. He had her cell phone number, which she'd just given. He reached out, called her on the phone while she was still in the parking lot and said, hey, we just saw your social media post. We're actually going to retract our offer, and no longer are we going to offer your employment. So again, be smart about what you post. Employers do look at your social media, whether it's in the parking lot while the job offer or previous posts. If there's anything that could potentially eliminate you from a position, get that off your social media, because employers like us, one of the first things we do, we don't even look, we'll look at your resume. If it looks good, we go to your social media. We're going to look and see who you are, what you're about. Do you match our core values, etc. Make sure you do that. Make sure you do a good job when you're in the interview. Look somebody in the eye, shake their hand, be able to speak, hold a conversation, get to know the person that's interviewing you. If you do those things and you come with energy, and you come with excitement for the job and for the position of a way you could add value, I guarantee you're going to be in the running for an opportunity for that job. Now, if you found this helpful, like and subscribe to our video. Make sure you share this with somebody who's looking to get a new job, who's out interviewing in the marketplace, because right now, the ability to differentiate yourself, separate yourself by having a great attitude, a great mindset, and a great ability to communicate will take you a long way, and you'll be able to get that next job you're looking for.